In the headlines, new APC national chairman, NWC members take oath of office assured to heal wounds. 2 drug traffickers excrete 165 wraps of cocaine as 2,295 kilograms of substances are intercepted. Osun Police Command parade couple for stealing infant from mentally ill woman. And on the foreign scene, El Salvador declares state of emergency over wave of gang-related killings. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Now the news in full. Newly elected chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, says the newly elected members of the APC will not disappoint the party, but work hard to deliver on their mandate. Adamu stated this at the Eagle Square, Abuja, while delivering his acceptance speech shortly after being sworn in. The former chairman of the APC National Reconciliation Committee stressed the need for the party members to renew their faith in the APC, its leadership and constitution at all levels in order to herald a new dawn.
And the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty.
We need to renew our faith in our party and its leadership at all levels in order to herald a new dawn. We need to commit to the resolution of our crisis within the confines of our party constitution. We must resist the temptation to blow every minor personal disagreement into a major party crisis. It is time for us to do things differently. When we quarrel, we open our flanks to our rival political parties that are only too eager to exploit them for their own benefits. We promise you here and now that we shall heal any wounds in our party. We shall effect lasting reconciliations among our members, and we shall go into the next general election as a strong and united party. We offer our hands of friendship to all our members. I want to assure you that my colleagues and myself will run an open door policy to all members of this great party. No administration in the history of Nigeria or anywhere in the world has performed as much as we have done within this specific time, given the enormity of the problems that we inherited from the misrule of the PDP for 16 good years.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has tasked the new national leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, to ensure effective utilization of the over 40 million registered voters of the party as a strength to consolidate its winning ways. The president, who speaks at the just concluded national convention of the party in Abuja, where he assured members that the party will weather its internal wranglings and continue to emerge stronger. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports.
Adesanya Ayetunde scored 791. This is also zonal election. It involves only 6 states. Iyabo Orokoso scored 21, and we have 9 invalid. So Adesanya Ayetunde scored the highest vote and is declared winner.
That was Jigawa State Governor and Chairman Electoral Committee of the All Progressives Congress APC National Convention announcing the result of some of the contests at the just concluded National Convention of the party. He earlier told the gathering of delegates and other party faithful that they line with President Buhari's preference for consensus as a strategy to guarantee a rancor-free exercise. A number of aspirants have voluntarily withdrawn from the contest, including that of the national chairman of the party, national secretary, amongst others.
The situation here is overwhelming in terms of the crowd. Security agencies were initially here. They barricaded this access, and of course, but because of the overwhelming nature of the crowd, they've broken the barricade and then overwhelmed the security agencies who had to leave and they occupy here. As you can see, I'm sandwiched by some of the supporters, mostly from the southern Borno, who are here to canvass for the support for their candidates or aspirants who are here. It appears the security agencies are limited in terms of number. They've been overwhelmed at some point. They've been trying to create a barricade so that the supporters will not go into the venue without being authorized to do so. But it appears they cannot keep the enforcement of the restriction, and they had to leave.
Speaking earlier at the convention, President Muhammadu Buhari, while acknowledging the successes recorded by the Memalabuni-led caretaker and extraordinary convention planning committee, described as monumental increase of over 30 million registered members of the party within 18 months from the 11 million it initially has, which he says must be effectively harnessed to sustain the party's winning streak.
We should learn how to resolve our differences without jeopardizing our personal relationships and the fate of the party. I want to thank the Progressive Governors Forum for heeding to my advice and suggestions in settling the leadership dispute. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me seize this opportunity to remind you of the importance of voter registration and education among our members. This is very necessary for us to justify our large numerical strength during elections.
Outgoing youth leader of the party, Ismail Ahmed, raised concerns over the ability for the party to continue to enjoy the massive support it used to get as President Muhammadu Buhari exits the stage by 2023, saying the party will now live to its true character and meaning. This concern was, however, allayed by the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan.
Now it is time again. The person who is responsible for bringing 10 million votes will no longer be on the ballot in 2023. This party will be judged by its own character.
You may not be on the ballot in 2023. And let me be explicit. You will not be on the ballot in 2023. But Mr. President, you will remain the leading light, the moral compass of APC even after your tenure.
The APC National Convention, which attracts an unprecedented crowd of supporters and party loyalists, will go well in history as one which has defied the naysayers who were initially skeptical about its holding. Its ability to utilize consensus as an effective tool to close ranks among members. Full of emotions, bickerings which almost set the party on the path of implosion. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And after months of intense politicking among party faithful and uncertainties surrounding the APC National Convention, the party at the Eagle Square in Abuja elected new party officials to pilot the affairs, with Senator Abdullahi Adamu emerging as the new national chairman. Let's take a look at the profile of the new APC national chairman.
The new national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Adamu, born in Kefi, Nasarawa State on July 23, 1946, attended Abdul Zanga Primary School, Kefi, and completed it at the Laminga Senior Primary School in 1959. He moved to the government secondary school, Makudi, Benue State, between 1960 and 1962, and thereafter to the government technical college, Bukuru, Plateau State, from 1962 to 1965. Adamu obtained the ordinary national diploma in building and civil engineering from the Kaduna Polytechnic in 1968, and the higher national diploma from the same institution in 1971, and worked as a maintenance supervisor at the National Electric Power Authority before returning for his HND. When he left school, he worked with the Northern Nigeria Development Corporation (NDDC) in Kaduna before moving to the private sector, where he became a consultant area manager with AEK, a firm of consultants, and appointed as the executive secretary of the Jos-based Benue Plateau Construction Company (BEPCO). Adamu, popularly called The Bridge, began his political career in 1977 when he got elected a member of the Constituent Assembly, which drafted the 1979 Constitution at the beginning of the Second Republic. He became a founding member of the defunct National Party of Nigeria, formed from a political association, the National Movement. At the same time, his home state, Nasarawa, became part of the old Plateau State. Thereafter, he became elected as the secretary of the NPN in Plateau State and later its chairman. Upon the collapse of the Second Republic in 1983, Adamu went to the University of Jos to study law as a part-time student. He, through with his studies, by 1992 enrolled in the Nigeria Law School, Lagos. In 1994, the new APC chairman got appointed as a member of the National Constitutional Conference, convoked by the military administration of Sani Abacha, and a year later, in 1995, appointed the Minister of State for Works and Housing, a position he occupied until November 17, 1997. When late General Sani Abacha lifted the ban on politics, the new APC chairman joined the defunct United Nigeria Congress Party, UNCP, on whose platform he wanted to run for the governorship seat of Nasarawa State, a process truncated following the death of late Abacha in 1998. In 1999, following the restoration of democracy in Nigeria, Adamu became a founding member of the People's Democratic Party. He contested and won the governorship election of Nasarawa State and served for 8 years between May 1999 and 2007, and also served as chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum between 1999 and 2004. After his tenure, the EFCC charged him to court in 2010 alongside 19 other Nasarawa state officials with 149 counts of corruption. The anti-graft body accused him of embezzling 15 billion naira public funds. In 2007, the year he left office, the former governor won election into the Senate on PDP's platform to represent Nasarawa West Senatorial District in 2007.
APC! Louder! APC! Next level! APC! APC! Next level! Thank you very much.
And still talking politics, candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2019 Kano governorship election, Abba Yusuf, popularly known as Abba Gida Gida, has defected to the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. Yusuf, while announcing his defection alongside his running mate Aminu Gwarzo and many other members of the Kwankwasiya movement at a gathering at the Kwankwasiya House in Kano, said they discovered that the PDP is no different from the All Progressive Congress, which they left in 2018. Meanwhile, reports say the move is believed to be part of the agenda towards the planned defection of the movement's leader, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. According to reports, Kwankwaso is targeting March 30th for his defection to the newly resuscitated party. Two drug traffickers, Elvis Iro, aged 53, and Nwazuke Christian, aged 42, have executed a total of 165 wraps of cocaine following their arrest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for ingesting the illicit drug. NDLEO on Sunday also said the agency intercepted consignments going to Australia, China, Qatar, Ireland, and Thailand. And in a raid in Rivers, Ogun, and Enugu, they seized about 2,293 kilograms of substances and cash.
Under observation in the agency's custody, 53-year-old Elvis, who is a father of 4 children, hails from Abiriba, Ohafia local government area of Abia State. On Saturday, 19th March, upon his arrival from Addis Ababa, got arrested for ingesting 65 pellets of cocaine weighing 1.376 kilograms. During preliminary interview, he claimed he is an interior decorator but had to go into drug trafficking because he needed money to start a coffee business, take care of his family, and stock his newly acquired shop with curtain materials and accessories in Lagos. He said he would have been paid $1,000 on successful delivery of the drug in Abuja.
So this shows that the content of this wrap is cocaine. So you can now pick another one and I will do the same thing.
Another passenger on the same flight, 42-year-old Uwa Ezuoke Christian, ingested 100 pellets of cocaine with a total weight of 2.243 kilograms. Ikenna, who hails from Ojoto, Idemili South local government area of Anambra State, claims he is a businessman dealing in baby wares before venturing into drug trafficking. During preliminary interview, he said he traveled to Addis Ababa to buy the drug for $10,000. After selling, he sold his land in his village and took loans from friends to be able to raise money to buy the drug. He claimed he had to go into drug to raise money for his business after being duped of $15,000 by his friend who lived in China. In a related development, narcotic officers of the Directorate of Operation and General Investigation intercepted substantial quantities of methamphetamine, cocaine and cannabis sativa packaged for export to Australia, China, Qatar, Ireland and Thailand through some courier companies in Lagos. While operatives also intercepted 2.9 kilograms of methamphetamine in packs of black soup and toner machine heading to Australia and Qatar, 600 grams of cocaine concealed in school certificates and 5 folders going to Australia and Thailand were equally seized. No less than 25.5 kilograms cannabis concealed in packs of Dudu Osun soap and tins of palm fruit extract, Banga, heading to China and Ireland was also seized at a courier company in Lagos. Similarly, 2,293.324 kilograms of assorted illicit drugs and 791,100 naira were recovered in major raids by operatives in Ogun, Rivers and Enugu State in the past week.
The content of this is cocaine.
And the victim of the suspected IED that rocked the Damani community near Rigasa in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State, Rabiatu Ibrahim, says Allah saved her life from the explosion planned by perpetrators of evil. Narrating her ordeal, she said she went out of her house to collect her phone where she took it to charge when she heard the explosion.
I was on my way back from collecting my phone. I felt something covered my head. Then I bent down, and the next thing I saw was blood dropping. I was rushed to the hospital alongside another victim. They accepted to treat me and refused to treat him. They asked for my number and I said I didn't have a number. Then they transferred us to 44 Army Reference Hospital, where we were later treated.
Meanwhile, police in Osun has paraded a couple, Ganiat Abbas and Olatubosu, for the alleged theft of a 6-day-old baby from his lactating mother, Jamilat Musa, who is mentally challenged at Ogbele compound, Iwo. The couple who were paraded at the Osun State Police Command headquarters, Oshogbo, had denied the allegation of theft to which they have been arrested. The Iwo division of the Nigeria Police had alleged that the couple were arrested after an alarm was raised for a missing child and the child being found stuffed in a shopping bag. In her statement before journalists, Ganiat said she is a friend to Jamilat, the mentally challenged mother of the child, and had given her money to buy beans cake, noting that through Jamilat's pregnancy, she clothed and fed her. She also said she wanted to see her husband, who had moved to his new house, so she hurriedly carried the infant in her hands before being apprehended. Meanwhile, Olatubosun, the husband to Ganiat Abbas, who denied knowledge of the theft, said all he knew was that Ganiat told him about her pregnancy and always demanded money for a scan from him, which he always gave her. You're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, how disengaged textile worker survives waiting terminal entitlements. This and more after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us on Trust TV News Update. Now a look at our top stories. Newly elected chairman of the APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, says the newly elected members of the APC will not disappoint the party, but work hard to deliver on their mandate. And two drug traffickers excrete 165 wraps of cocaine as 2,295 kilograms of substances are intercepted. And now moving on to other stories, Nigeria has recorded 29 additional Lassa fever infections and 6 deaths across 11 states of the Federation. The latest situation report released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, shows that the new cases were reported for the 11th week of 2022, spanning March 14th to 20th. The report shows that the number of confirmed cases decreased from 33 in the previous week to 29 cases, raising the total number of infections recorded in 2022 to 659 across 91 local government areas in 23 states of the Federation. The Disease Control Center stated in the report that cumulatively from the first week to the 11th week of 2022, 123 deaths have been reported, with a case fatality CFR rate of 18.7%, adding that the new fatality rate is lower than the CFR for the same period in 2021, which is 20.6%, adding that only one new healthcare worker is affected in the reporting week 11. Disengaged textile workers in Kaduna are only surviving by God's grace as their struggles for payment of terminal entitlements continue. Trust TV's Fatima Ladan speaks to one of them who resorted to running commercial motorcycle to survive. The report.
Baba says, despite his old age, riding commercial motorcycle in Kaduna State is his only source of income. But recent ban placed on motorcycles in the state worsened his misery.
Our entitlement has not been paid. Even our salary for good 8 months has not been paid. Our annual leave, long service award attached to the gratuity, all has not been paid to us. Even those being terminated, resigned, they have not been paid up to date. We have been struggling up and down by doing Okada work to manage our life. Even some of our workers died. Almost about, I think it's about 350 or 400 have died. Right from 2004, December 2004. Even before then, our workers have been dying. Some of them, their wife divorced them because of this lack of money to feed them. To go for the medical treatment is a problem. We have been calling them to pay our gratuities, but nobody listening to us. Even the secretaries have done their best. We have been fighting, even call the state government, call the federal government, go to here and there. Up to today, up to this hour, no answer to our call.
The national president of the Textile, Garment and Tailoring Workers Union, John Adaji, says efforts of the union to ensure that workers get their entitlements fail to yield any result.
KTL is in Kaduna, here in the heart of Kaduna, owned by 19 northern states. The second one is Arewa Textile. Both of these textiles and in Kaduna here. It's not that they unilaterally closed down, but it's worrisome because our members were not paid their entitlement. And 2 decades down the ladder, the number of our members that have died because of suffering, their children has become a destitute in the streets, frustration, many of them have gone. The money we are looking for the case of a kettle is about between 6 to 7 or 800 million, which is less than $1 billion. And I say this, that if you share even, let's say it's $1 billion, ask 19 states to share it, because they are the owner. So if they share it, what it means, each person will pay less than 40 million or less than 50 million. So what does it take them?
Arewa Textile is closed for nearly 17 years with over 4,000 workers laid off. Up till now, the workers are still waiting and hoping to get their terminal entitlements paid. Fatima Salaladan, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
And now a look at the foreign scene, where lawmakers in El Salvador declared a state of emergency on Sunday. According to the President of the Legislative Assembly, the move is to curtail civil liberties and expanding police power as the country faces a wave of gang-related bloodshed that has left dozens dead in just 2 days. Gang violence has soared in El Salvador, with police reporting that 62 people were killed on Saturday alone. According to official figures, 12 of the killings took place in the Central Department of La Libertad, with the capital San Salvador and the Western Department of Achuapa recording 9 each. The rest are distributed across the country's remaining departments. Police and the military arrested several leaders of the Mara Salvatrucha MS-13 gang over the spate of killings in the early hours of Sunday. Now for a quick look at sports. Nigeria's under-20 girls, the Falconets, on Saturday in Benin City, earned a ticket to the 2022 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup after a 4-1 win over their counterparts from Senegal for a 7-2 aggregate victory. The result sends the Falconets straight to the World Cup, holding between the 10th and the 28th of August in Costa Rica. And that concludes Trust TV News Update for this hour. Don't forget, you can subscribe and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for joining us.